The old woman was standing near a tree and looking at Eliza with her terrible smile. Eliza asked Nancy to hurry home. After going home, Eliza took a shower and then sat down to read the book. She was about to open the book and start reading when Charles called everyone downstairs for lunch. Eliza and Harry came down to the dining table for lunch. "Where's Nancy, Harry?" Eliza asked. "He's not in his room, Mom," said Harry. "I guess I saw him outside some time ago," Charles said as he placed the food on the dining table. Eliza quickly went outside and saw Nancy standing near the flower bed. "Nancy, what are you doing here? We've been waiting for you for lunch for so long," Eliza said in a loud voice. Nancy did not answer. She was standing facing the flower bed. Eliza went to Nancy. Nancy had a rose in her hand. Then suddenly she spoke. "How beautiful these roses are. How soft their petals are. What a beautiful color they have. How nice their fragrance is. Just keep smelling them forever. Always, always." Eliza found Nancy's statement very strange. She angrily grabbed Nancy's arm and turned her towards herself and said, "Nancy, what crazy things are you saying?" Nancy seemed to suddenly regain consciousness. She said, "What happened, ma'am? Let's go inside for lunch now." Eliza grabbed Nancy and took her inside. Everyone started having lunch. Then Eliza saw that Nancy was repeatedly looking at the walls and furniture of the house while having lunch. "What are you looking at, Nancy?" Eliza said. "How beautiful is this house? Even today it is exactly the same. It has not changed at all." Saying this, Nancy placed her hand on her mouth and started laughing in a strange way. Eliza was very surprised to see this behavior of Nancy, but she did not say anything. After lunch, Eliza started going to her room, but suddenly she got badly scared. Eliza saw that the cross on the gate of Nancy's room was turned upside down. Eliza was scared. She went to her room and sat on her bed. He was not able to understand what was happening. Nancy's behavior had also become strange, and who was that old woman? In all these confusions, Eliza forgot to read the book given to her by Mr. Verdi. After thinking for a while, Eliza said, "Maybe because of living in such a deserted place, these strange thoughts are coming to my mind. I need to go around the town and bring back some household items and books, and the children are also getting bored at home. Going out in the town will also refresh the children's mind." Thinking all this, she got up from the bed and started searching for her car keys. That car was gifted to her by Peter on their wedding anniversary. She went to the children's room and asked them to go to town. Both the children agreed immediately. While going out, Eliza saw the cross on the door of Nessie's room. Eliza quickly straightened the cross. The cross being upside down means that there is powerful negative energy around it, such as some evil force or evil spirit. Eliza came down the hall and told Charles that she was going into town for shopping. She would be back by evening. On the way, Eliza saw a middle-aged woman asking for a lift. Eliza gave the woman a lift. That woman was also going towards the town, and like Eliza, his house was also outside the town. After talking formally for some time, the woman said, "I have never seen you before in this town." "Yes, we have come to live in this Windsor town only a few days ago," said Eliza. "Where do you live?" that woman said. "Near an old church a short distance from here." "Oh, the owner of that house was once the richest man in this town, but what? They were thrown out of town." "But why?" The woman was about to answer this. The woman was about to tell when she thought about something and turned around and said, "So why are you going to the town?" Eliza said, "We have been living in the same deserted place ever since we came here. So I thought that today we would visit the town with the children so that their mood can freshen up." "This is a good thing," said the woman. "Yes, and to be honest, I love reading books, and at the moment I don't have any new book to read. So I thought that along with traveling, I should also bring some new books." "Oh, then you should go to the Crescent Library. It's the biggest and oldest library in Windsworth," the woman said, smiling. That woman's name was Frida, and she spoke English very well. She was cheerful and worked in a shopping mall in Windsworth. Today, since his own car broke down, he had asked Eliza for a lift. After some time they reached the town. Frida got down near a mall. He thanked Eliza for the lift. Windsworth was an ancient town with European manners. It was settled around an extinct volcano called Crag. The beauty of that city was worth seeing. There was a 14th century castle on Crag, near the town. The buildings in the city were ancient European buildings from the 18th century to the 19th century. The narrow streets, matriarchate, and the surrounding natural scenery were adding to the beauty of the town. It seemed as if Eliza and the children were not feeling well. The city's buildings with conical domes were repeatedly taking the city into the atmosphere of the 19th century. Eliza dined with the children at an old restaurant in Windsworth. They enjoyed traditional Scottish dishes like Scottish pie and haggis. After roaming around the town for some time, they went to the library. Eliza and Nessie were very fond of books, but Harry was only into mischief. Eliza met Emily, the librarian at the library. After some conversation, both of them became friends. Eliza started roaming around the library and started looking for the book of her interest in different bookshelves. Suddenly he felt that someone was standing behind him. He immediately looked back, but there was no one there. Eliza moved forward. After going some distance, Eliza saw a book on which "Curse of the Black Lady" was written. As soon as Eliza took out the book from the book rack, she saw on the other side of the table a woman dressed in black and with a terrible shawl. Eliza's sauce seemed stuck in her throat and she was about to scream loudly, but then she pressed her mouth tightly with her hand and ran quickly. She ran hurriedly towards Emily and slammed the book on her table, shocking her. There was a strange mixed expression of fear and astonishment on his face. Eliza asked Emily, "Where are the kids?" Emily said, "They're both waiting for you outside in the car." Seeing the title of the book kept on the table, Emily said, "What a thing. Both mother and daughter have the same tastes." "What do you mean?" Eliza asked, surprised. "Just some time ago, Nancy also brought a book named Curse of the Demons and Devils," Emily said. Eliza was surprised. He knew that Nancy only read romantic genre books. Apart from these, he doesn't like anything else. Then how about such a book? Thinking all this, after thanking Emily and taking the book, Eliza came out. He saw that the children were sitting in the car. Eliza sat in the car and they drove towards home. On the way, Eliza asked Nancy, "Nancy, when did you leave romantic books and start reading books about ghosts?" But Nancy did not answer. She was constantly staring straight ahead. Eliza found Nancy's behavior very strange. Everyone went home, washed their hands and faces and went to their respective rooms. Coming to her room, Eliza placed the book on the table, opened the window and sat down to read it. In the book, Curse of the Black Lady, he came to know about a strange incident.